Welcome back to the channel and welcome finally to Starfield. This first video I wanted to share with you is just the best settings to have on Xbox console to make the game look better, run better, and just all round be an improved experience for yourself. So if it helps, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment down below, tell me what you're thinking of the game so far if you are playing it, and if you're not playing it, are you going to buy it? What are you thinking? Down below, tell me. But let's get into it. So right now you can see that if I walk around and look around, this is the kind of gameplay that you're seeing right now. A lot of motion blur, a lot of film grain. There's a lot of things you need to change in the settings, in my opinion, to make the game look better. So we're going to go in there and have a look now. So once we go to settings, by the way, the UI on this game is gorgeous. Let's go into gameplay. Just very quickly, I wanted to show you this because you can have automatic saves in everything you want to have it. So if there's any bugs or crashes or anything like that, you're very likely not going to lose your save points. I'm going to change the save on pause to 5 minutes just so that it's always saving and I'm never going to lose my game. Next up, we go into display, and this is the things you need to change straight off the bat. Let's turn off motion blur, that sickening turn blur that you get when you're running around, and let's turn off the film grain intensity completely. If you want to have a little bit of cinematic type thing, you can. But as you can see right now, with just the motion blur and film grain intensity off, the game already looks better. It already looks cleaner. It looks smoother. It looks brighter. It's just an all-round better experience by putting the film grain out of it and turning off the motion blur. You could turn depth of field off if you want, but there's really no downside to it and it makes the game look better, so I would keep that on myself personally. In the interface, this is completely up to you and how and what you need in the game. I'm going to turn damage numbers on because I like numbers popping up, like Borderlands type numbers every time you hit something. And I think it's just a nice little addition to the game that you can turn on and off if you please. Next up, in the control section, this is where you do all of your sensitivity stuff. You are going to figure this out as you're going because there's so many sensitivity options here that you're just gonna have to play the game and figure it out for yourself. But I do feel that the initial sensitivity is a little bit too high for me, so once I get into the game myself, I'm going to turn it down probably about 5 to 6% just to kind of get a better control over my character. And I'm also going to turn vibration off personally because that's what I enjoy. But vibration is there and it feels good. It feels strong enough to make you feel like you're immersed in the game. A lot of this stuff down here is for when you're building your outposts, so you can speed up how you move and how you turn. And that's also going to be important. But obviously, until we get to outpost building, I can't really tell you what to do with this. And up here you have some controls for your flight. So a lot of people like to invert flight. I personally don't like it. I can't stand it being inverted. I know DPJ loves it, so he's going to be turning these on. But right down here, I'm not entirely sure what these are, but the flight stick, swap, and roll dominant, you can change how your ship handles using your sticks and stuff as it says on screen. I don't know what it means, but it's going to be important to look at. And then we have bindings, which I love in a game because not every game now, especially for console, has the ability to actually change your keys. Now the keys right now for me are good. The only thing I don't like is that jump is on Y. However, I have paddles on my controller, so I could just set the paddle to Y and use it as a jump. Toggle POV will change you obviously to first person and third person, which is a very easy little select button. And just in general, everything works well in terms of the controls and running around and moving. I think they've got a really good basic layout, but you can change every single key that you want to what you want it to be, and I love that in a game. Audio, audio, we know what that's about, but I do like the fact that you can actually pull down your footsteps, which I'm going to do to about 80%, because a lot of games, even though it's immersive, I feel like your own footsteps are distracting, and if other people are sneaking up on you or there's aliens running around, you could be able to hear their footsteps a bit clearer. When you're in danger, so that's something I'm going to do, maybe even go a little bit lower than 80%. And then in your accessibility, it's all about subtitles and stuff. Toggle iron sights. Enable the use of iron sights mode when aiming a weapon as a toggle instead of a hold. So you will be able to, when you aim down sight, or as this is what I believe it is, because I don't know yet, I don't have a weapon. But once you aim down sight and you're holding the aim button, as soon as you let go of that aim button, you will come out of the aiming mode. That's how it reads to me. So I am going to turn that on, because I don't want to be stuck in my aiming mode. I hope that's what it means. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but that's what it reads like to me. And those are all the options. And as you can see, the game just already looks better from the initial screen. There's still like a little bit of performance, but I've heard that performance, like in specific areas, just has a tiny bit of frame drop. However, in big, large cities, for some reason, it's just smooth as butter, and I am very much looking forward to get to that point. And that is the video. If it helps you out, again, hit that like button, subscribe, and coming up, I'm going to be doing the PC settings also for all you PC players. So yeah, enjoy. Thank you for watching. I've been easynow. You guys have been awesome. Peace.